Welcome to the Family of Jays. Hey y'all, I'm just popping in, checking in with y'all. I am currently 4 days past transfer. Right now it's still too early, so I'm not really concerned about that because I know I have time. I think the emotional part for me is just, at this point, I'm just desperate, y'all. I'm really desperate for this to work this time. Me and my husband been praying. We've been doing all the things, y'all, affirmations, all of that. We're doing it and we're going to continue to pray. I just wanted to pop on here and let y'all know how I'm feeling during this 2-week wait, because on our first transfer, I didn't do that. I just filmed the phone call that we got as far as our beta results, but I just kind of wanted to be, a little bit more personable with you guys this second time around. So just wanted to just pop in and let y'all know how I'm feeling. I am stressed out, I'm not gonna lie. It's not just about worrying whether or not this transfer worked. I'm just like emotionally distraught from everything that we've had to go through. As y'all saw, we had a flood that happened in our apartment a few days ago. So we were dealing with that. And that was literally the day before the transfer. And then the day the flood happened, I had a doctor's appointment. I had to get my labs done. So I was dealing with that. And then I've been fighting tooth and nail to get the medications I need. I've been calling the pharmacy trying to get the patches because I ran out of patches. I ran out of needles. I'm low on syringes. I have been dealing with trying to file a claim for our insurance to try to get reimbursed a lot of the things that were damaged in the flood. Like, y'all, I have to deal with all of this in a matter of days, like since Monday. Thursday was the first day where everything kind of just calmed down and we can kind of just take in and reflect everything that we've been through up until this point. So when I say I'm stressed out, y'all, it's about all of that. Not just the embryo transfer, but just everything we had to go through. It's a fight. Like I've been saying throughout my journey, we literally been having to fight to make this happen. Like, there's just been so many obstacles in the way and we're fighting through it. So I'm gonna take y'all with me while I'm testing up until beta, and we all gonna find out the results together. Some time has passed and it's time to test. I'm feeling all the emotions that you could think of, but most importantly, I have hope. I'm excited, I'm confident that it did work this time, but we've been here before. I can't fathom the emotional state I would be in if this turned out to be another fail, but I'm trying not to let my thoughts go there. I'm trying to stay positive, hopeful, to be excited at the fact that this is finally our time. There's highs and lows in the fertility journey, and you guys have seen it all. Our emotional trauma is coming to an end. This is it. It has to be. Let's find out. Yeah, so I did a thing. I didn't have any expectations, but that was the only pregnancy test I had. I didn't expect to have a yes or no. I didn't expect to have a positive test because it's like super early in the process. I'm on edge. I am. But yeah, I was just curious to see. Again, I didn't have any expectations, but starting on Monday, I will be 6 days past transfer. And typically by then, you can kind of start to see some faint lines happening. So that's where we are in the process. it's really hard.
1 in 8 couples struggle with infertility. Infertility is having sex at the right time of the month, but still getting a negative pregnancy test. Month after month after month, but still getting negative after negative after negative until you lose hope that you'll ever become a parent. Infertility is finally going to the doctor to see what the issue is, because infertility can affect either the male or the female. Infertility is medications, appointments, and going to the doctor, sometimes going to Dr. Google to try everything. Infertility is sometimes emptying out your bank account, because after all those appointments, all those medications, all those procedures, they cost money. If everything you try up to this point doesn't work, you can graduate to in vitro fertilization, or IVF, for the very, very low cost of about $15,000 per cycle. And IVF is when the doctor takes the male sperm and the female egg and joins them together and implants them into the uterus, with no guarantee that you'll get pregnant or walk away with a baby. So you see, infertility is not just struggling to conceive. It's struggling to keep it together. When you feel inadequate because your body is unable to do something that it was designed to do. When you get on social media and you see yet another pregnancy announcement and you're wondering, when is it going to be my turn? When you watch everyone have the very thing that you want and you can't control whether or not it happens for you. When you're happy for everybody else and yet sad for yourself. Infertility is an emotional roller coaster. And that's why it is so important to have a village. There are so many people suffering in silence. It takes a village to support those struggling with infertility and loss. And you are that village.
My name is Melba, and I am giving you a courtesy call for your same-day lab work.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. We got your HCG lab work, and it's at a 0.10. Your pregnancy test is negative. We are so sorry that it shows you not pregnant. Your P4, which is your progesterone, is 28.6.
Okay.
And so they want you to discontinue your FET medication, and we would need to schedule a consultation with Dr. Escobar, and that will be for the male FET and further depth.
Okay. For the progesterone, you said it was 28. Was that in range?
28.16
Okay, you said 28 or 20?
to 8.16.
Okay.
And yeah, 28.16.
And well, how soon can we see Dr. Escobar? I was trying to ask her what was another time slot. Like 8 o'clock is super early, because you got to clock in right at 8. So I was trying to see if they had like an 8:30, 9 o'clock.
It's fine.
But you know he'd be late anyway. So
That's fine.
Thursday the 12th at 8 a.m.
okay, we'll take that one.
My pleasure. You have a wonderful day and weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Pleasure.
0.1.
Well, at least it wasn't completely zero, I guess.
Yeah, but a negative is a negative, right?
Yep.
Y'all heard the results. It's not surprising.
Because we already knew.
Yeah, y'all saw the negative test. I'm glad that we get to meet with Dr. Escobar.
Sooner than last time. Because
Right.
we had to wait a whole month the last time. This time, at least, it'll be next week.
Yeah.
So, there's really nothing more to say. It is what it is at this point. We've been crying. We've been frustrated, angry,
Yeah.
confused. We've lost our hope at this point.
Yeah, that's shattered, you know.
It shattered whatever little hope, whatever little faith we did have. It shattered it just now. And I'm normally a very optimistic person. I'm not one to go to the deepest, darkest places so quickly. But 4 years of this,
Yep.
2 IVF transfers, and for it to still be no. We've prayed over each other. We've, prayed over our home, prayed over her womb,
Yep.
spoke life into her womb, spoke life into each other, asked God for forgiveness of all sins so that we would be in alignment with His will. We know what His Word says about all these things, and yet it still hurts. It's just like, I can't take anymore.
We do appreciate our friends and family for commenting on our videos and giving us words of encouragement. Trust you me, that does not go unnoticed.
Right.
We definitely appreciate it, and we continue to welcome it. The only thing that we ask is, if you don't really know what to say,
Don't say anything.
Yeah, we just prefer you to keep it to yourself, because both of us, we're people of the faith. We know the word, we know all of that. So what we're looking for is just for our community to just be able to bear with us and understand this pain, if you can even relate. We're just looking for our community to have understanding.
Just try to feel what we're feeling. I'm not telling anyone to start crying and all that. But if you can't, it's just best if you don't. It's better for for both sides. It's just better if you don't have anything that you can do as far as empathy is concerned. If you can't be empathetic, if you can't understand, if you don't know how to express feelings for someone else that you can't relate to because you've never been through the experience. That's the difference between empathy and sympathy. Empathy is where you're able to put yourself in that person's shoes, and you feel every bit of the feelings they feel, whether that's anger, whether that's frustration, sadness, depression, confusion, whatever it may be. That is empathy. We don't need nobody's sympathy. We don't need nobody telling us, I'm so sorry, it's going to work next time, it's going to happen, don't give up, God will make a way out of no way, it's all on God's timing. We don't need to hear that. We don't need to hear that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we know what God's word says, but it still hurts.
Exactly. For me, we've been standing on that for 4 years now. 4 years plus, it's a timing thing. It's all about God's timing. And we were definitely in line with that.
If God's been testing our faith, if this is what it's been, if God is putting us through this to see if we really desire to have a child, if He's testing our resolve, if He's putting us through this for our good, we can't see it. We're in the midst of right now. We've lost what little hope and faith we did have in this. How can we not go to that place of, I'll believe it when I see it?
Right.
If God so wills it, so be it. Because it is His timing. Because it is His will. If that's what He wants to do, He'll do it. But if not, I'm not going to keep fighting God on that no more. I'm not going to keep begging and pleading and praying and all that when I've done this. We've been doing this for 4 years. 4 years. We're at our breaking point. We're at the end of our ropes. Yeah, we're down to our last embryo, and don't let that fail. Because at that point, I ain't got nothing else to say.
Yeah, and then we will have to start this process
all over again
with an egg retrieval. By then, I will be well within, I will be 37. And who knows what my eggs are going to look like at 37.
And my sperm quality as well, because it's not just her. Like, when we first did this last year, there were a couple of things I had to do in order to make sure that my sperm was, in good quality and good health as well. We're going to find out if we can even do this third transfer this year. He might go and tell us, or, we might have to contact our insurance to get the full answer on that. Jaleesa believes that we should be able to get it within this year because technically it's still within that egg transfer cycle and we get 2 of those per year. So I'm going to go with that. But again, with how things have been going in our lives lately, I mean, at this
Nothing's
point,
been ruling in our favor.
no. I mean, unfavorable answer in every corner.
Yeah. Even down to the flood that y'all saw that happened the day before the transfer. Yeah, I filed the claim. They actually approved the claim, but because of a $2,500 deductible, we don't even see the full $4,000 that was approved. So instead of getting $4,300 that was approved, we get what, $1,800?
Yep, $1,800.
And still grateful for that, but it's still kind of like,
Still a slap in the face.
yeah.
It still feels as though every desire that we've been giving to God, been praying to God about, leaving it in His hands, and not trying to lean on our own understanding about it all, just having it in front of your face.
Yep.
Every single time we come across a moment where we think we're finally about to get our breakthrough,
Yep.
we're finally about to get free after all of this time. We've been diligent, we've been patient, we've been faithful in the things that God has given us. We have been consistent. We have been working hard. We've given up our comfort. We've done things that normally she and I would not do. I'm over here working a second job, something I never thought I'd do in my lifetime.
Yeah.
And then she sacrificed to even be in the workplace, to give her all to just being pregnant and working on her business.
Yep.
It's not that we haven't made sacrifices.
And I also want to say this as well, because, people that try to give advice, they try to say, oh, well, look into surrogacy, or did y'all think about adopting? What about accepting donor eggs and sperm? Those three options is not an option for us. We're healthy individuals. We actually should be able to get pregnant naturally, but because it hasn't happened, and we're up there in age, we don't have time to wait. We don't have 5 to 10 years to keep trying naturally. We don't have that time on our side.
And all of that costs money that we don't have.
That's why we sought out fertility assistance, because we don't have a lot of time to just keep trying naturally and figure it out. We don't have that luxury of time. Trust you me, neither one of us wanted to go this route, but the way things were looking, this is just kind of where we ended up. So again, we're two healthy individuals. We should be able to get pregnant naturally. That didn't work. We turned to fertility treatments.
And
that's not working.
The ERA came out recently, and we thank God for that, because it gave us an insight to something that we didn't know. And it gave us some answers, but now...
Not really. It just confirmed that my uterus was receptive.
That's true.
It confirmed once again that I'm not the problem.
Right.
So how do you make sense out of that?
Right.
I'm the problem, but I'm not the problem. I'm the problem because the embryo is not sticking.
Mm-hmm. But you're not the problem because...
I'm healthy. I'm not diagnosed. I don't have a medical diagnosis.
Neither one of us do.
Yeah.
And...
So how do you explain that? We got so many questions that we don't have answers to, and probably will never get answers to. Mm-hmm. And so that adds to our frustration, because we don't have any answers. We're doing all the right things and nothing's happening.
And just to go back to what, Jaleesa was saying about surrogacy, adoption, if people were to come to us with that, and, what if all else fails, you still have those options. If anyone has been through that, they would know it costs money to do that. Surrogacy is not covered by insurance.
Nope.
And adoption, it's understandable for those that have medical conditions, and they're told from the jump, from the moment they try to have kids, they're either one or both partners are being told medically, you've got something wrong with you, and your chances of getting pregnant, your chances of having a child are very, very slim to none. Mm-hmm. But we were told, y'all are healthy. Y'all can have children. She's healthy. I'm healthy. Unexplained infertility. That can't be our option right now. Adopting, I'd rather wait until we already had our kids so we can then extend that to other children. Absolutely.
Right. And adopting is not just for infertile couples. That's everybody's responsibility.
Exactly.
Whether you have kids or not.
Right. Exactly.
So
excuse us for being selfish, that we want our own children. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen when God feels like it. We're tired. We're sick of it. We're sick of the ups and downs. We're sick of having to pick up ourselves off the floor, getting rid of this egg that we have all over our face, being laughed at and scoffed at, spending our hard-earned money for a process we knew wasn't always going to be 100%, but it was supposed to give us the best chance.
Yep. As long as we're able, we are going to keep trying via IVF or naturally. There is no other options. As long as I'm able to produce my own eggs, I'm going to keep trying via IVF. So, you know, if this third one fails and, you know, I have to do another egg retrieval, of course, I will take a break in between just to give my body a break, to let my body detox from this medication, because, y'all, constantly taking shots and pills and messing up your hormones for over a year, that's a lot. It's taxing on my body mentally and physically. And just to tell a woman that's been going through this, oh, just keep giving it time, give it time, give it time. Well, you're not the one that have to take these shots every day, taking this medication that's altering your hormones. You know, some women do understand that have to go this route. Those women understand. But for the women that didn't have to go this route, please be very careful of the advice you give to women that's trying to conceive via IVF, because we have to go through a lot. You know, we share what we can share without being too invasive, but we just wanted to really sit down and tell you guys how we felt. This is probably the most angriest y'all have seen out of both of us. I kind of deal with my feelings on my own. But yeah, I just wanted to vocalize to you guys how we feel. The next thing is our consultation with Dr. Escobar. So we were able to get in with Dr. Escobar on the 12th at 8 a.m. We're just going to speak with him and see how we can best move forward and how soon we can get the third embryo transfer started. Yeah, like I said, I'm ready to just get right back on it and just get it out the way. I'm ready to get this over with, because either it's going to happen or it's not. If it's not going to happen, I need to prepare my mind and body to do an egg retrieval next year. So I know this was tough to watch. I really hope we didn't offend anybody. And again, we're venting, we're talking. We're not talking to anybody specifically. We're just saying in general, because this is a very sensitive topic and subject. And, you know, we're still in the thick of it as far as how we feel. But now that you guys are caught up, I am filming in real time. So the videos probably won't be coming out back to back like it was before. The reason why I was able to produce 2 and 3 videos a week is because I was trying to play catch up. I already had like 10 to 11 videos ready to go. But now that I am filming in real time, at this point, there's really nothing else to film because I am filming in real time. So I don't know how often I can produce content a week, or even if that, but y'all just stay with us. If you are invested in our story and our situation, I will do my best to film some content just to keep it going and keep you guys updated on what we're doing. But this is where we are. So y'all continue to keep watching to see what happens next.